Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Coding with Dad. And although we're on
And who are you?
I'm Grace.
And I'm Dad.
And although we're on the Scratch homepage, what we're doing today is not in Scratch.
It's not.
No.
I act surprised again.
So you may see how here it says Inkspace, and yes, we're right on Scratch. And we're just going to show you something. A Scratcher named Quayle. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but we'll go to her homepage in a second. But I want to show you what she did.
And Grace, how did you first came across Inkspace just because you were seeing some great projects and
Yes,
the graphics are really good, right?
Griff Patch may not do that. You've probably heard of Griff Patch, but he's a really good scratcher. He might not do that, but there's a chance that he does. A lot of graphics that are really impressive. Even some of the text, you can't find it in Scratch, but you can find it in Inkspace.
And then so what you started asking and you started looking,
Yeah.
People were like, how did you do that? And a lot of people kept on saying Inkspace, right?
So let's get to what this person did.
Okay.
There's a mushroom, and there's a really cute panda.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to teach you today is how to download it and how to do how to kind of get around it, because it's kind of a complex program.
Yeah, and you can use it to make the graphics in your game. It really does a great job, right?
So as you can see here, you're going to go to inkspace.org.
And then go to the downloads, right?
And then you just hit the download.
And they have a downloader for everything. Like probably most people listening to this are probably on Windows. There's a Windows installer.
So you go to
there's
download,
a Mac installer.
So now you don't know pick whatever version is right for you. In our case, we're recording this currently on a Mac. So you have to download Xports and the actual program.
Yep. I think on Windows you just do one download, right?
And because this program is for Windows, and then there's another type of thing that I'm not even sure about.
Oh, that's Linux, but most people
I don't
are
think
not
that.
gonna have Linux.
If you're on Linux, then tell us. I don't think anybody. The majority of our watchers are on Inkspace. I'm
on Linux.
Linux. So, if you've never done Inkspace before, this is a good place to start. So just pick whatever version is right for you, and if you have to, you might have to, you can pause this video, download all your stuff, and then get back to this point of the video, which is at 2:38. Okay.
239. 240. Okay.
So just remember 240 in your head and go back to that point. Okay. Now we're gonna start working on our actual document.
So this is Inkspace, right?
So after you pull up your Inkspace program, you're gonna want to you're gonna be faced with a blank document, and if you hit minus a couple times, you can see you're getting
that's a zoom out, right?
Yeah, you're getting a sheet of paper. So what you can do is you might be like, I don't want to draw it in this format. So the first thing I'm going to teach you how to do is how to adjust this box to whatever dimensions you want. So if you go to File, and then you can hit Document Properties, and you'll come up with this.
You can even make it a custom size, right?
Yes. So whatever size you want. So for this tutorial, I guess we can do a square. So 297 is the bottom number, and then you're gonna hit this little button here. If you hit the X, it's going to not give you that property.
Close it, right? Yeah.
You're just gonna close it, and then bing, you have your little box. So this is gonna be like our little canvas. So say you're gonna want to draw your Scratch profile picture. That might be a good thing to start out with.
Oh yeah.
So let's pretend I'm making it for my account, which is Theory right here. So currently I have this light bulb, and I'm not about to change it because it was made by Apple Pie Test. But I'm going to pretend that I'm making it, and you can come right along and make your awesome logo.
Awesome.
So pick a background color first, and you can use this little square. Now it's a lot like Scratch, where you can drag out these little boxes, but there's many different things you can also do with it. So just kind of line it up, and you can and then take this little mouse and drag it so that and then you can always adjust it to the size. Now you may have noticed with Scratch, the squares are they're like this. They're always a square. But with Inkspace, you can take this
You
marker
get rounded rectangles. Nice.
and you can get rounded rectangles to the point where it's actually a circle.
Hmm.
And I use a circle. This is how I make a circle instead of going and making with the circle option because it goes all crazy for me. But I'm
You're
gonna
right.
teach.
Oh, this is a lot easier to do it.
So,
Yeah, because it stays within the boundaries. If you do a circle, it kind of drags. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So just put it however you want, and then put your whatever background color you want, and make sure, in order to keep this color, you're going to click off of it, and then you can come back. And now I'm going to teach you how to use this tool.
What's that tool? Oh, just show them, guys. Just make
Right
sure
here.
they. Okay.
Oops. Right here. It's like a little line, and then it has the curve. So what you do is now I'm going to make what kind of thing should I do? Maybe I'll just make a light bulb just as I had before.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then you can drag, and then you can make a curve.
Whoa.
It goes all
Getting
crazy.
dizzy.
So what you should do is you should make the kind of make like a skeleton kind of, and then oops, I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? So, and then you can adjust to make a curve. Make your skeleton and then curve it wherever you need it to be curved.
How are you curving that?
You're just dragging out.
Okay.
And then you're going down and dragging out. And then there, you've got your first little thing. Now I'm going to fill it, and I want it to be white. So I'm also going to take the stroke away, and I can just do that by either making the stroke width 0, or I can just go to the stroke and say no paint. So now if you double click on it, you can adjust it to being flat, and then you've got the first part of your shape.
Nice.
So now we're going to take this tool again, and we're going to make it. As you can see, I'm not the most experienced with it. And just keep on coming back and just kind of it's not a good light bulb. I definitely looks like a mushroom. I told you I was gonna keep the other logo, but you get I'm not trying to teach you how to make.
You're just trying to give them the idea of what Inkspace does.
So, okay, maybe that tool isn't the best for my game. It might be easier if I were to take. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to grab. Okay. So now, as you can see, it's kind of a faded color. That's because the fill it has a transparency. Because see this opacity? I could just bring that back to
opacity.
100. Opacity. I always call it opacity. See the opacity? Okay, so I'm just going to make this kind of a light gray just so you can tell the difference. And then I'm going to come here, and I'm going to select this option. Now you're faced with a whole bunch of points. Actually, I think that I'm going to go back one. And I'm just going to change it to the normal square before I do this.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that probably wasn't a good thing. 1 second. Okay, so I'm just going to go. Forget what I said. I'm going to go back to here, and then I'll hit here. And see, now I have all these points to drag around. Sort of like the Scratch editor, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And you can just drag them out around the place until you get your shape that you really desire in your heart. You can make whatever your little heart desires with this program. That's why I love it. It's awesome.
Now, what have you've done graphics for?
Normally, you have to spend a lot of time on these graphics, but you can make more.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing.
So then that's my light bulb. I'm ashamed to say that's what I'm your teacher.
Want to show them what are some of the stuff that you've? So you kind of showed us the different tools.
I'm going to make. I still haven't actually showed a lot of the tools.
Okay.
I still want to show the and this is the calligraphy tool. Oops.
Ooh,
Oops,
calligraphy.
I'm going all crazy here. So you make sure you always click off of it, or it's gonna change whatever color you select. It's gonna change the color of. See, I selected that. Now it's going crazy again. Okay, so I deselect it. Now I come here and grab this. I'm gonna make the little designs on the light bulb.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, nice. Hey, it's starting to look like a light bulb.
Sorta.
Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously you're gonna spend more time, you know.
On your real logo, but this is a good introduction, so you don't have to spend this this part of it instead of taking 10 minutes would take you like 15 minutes
Oh, that's take a long
because you
time.
have to figure out each of the tools. I'm just giving you a brief introduction.
Hmm.
So now I'm going to show you how to make the text on the bottom. I actually kind of like that. It's kind of
Yeah.
abstract
Yeah.
and good. The calligraphy kind of
It helps.
hid the awful nightmare. So my name was, of course, Siri.
Oh, nice. You can really stretch the text and make it exactly what you want.
Oops. It always goes all crazy on me, but that's the basic idea. And then, you know, sometimes it gets really distorted when I bring it into Inkspace. When I bring it into Scratch, and that's why you can see my thumbnail that I made in Inkspace is very. It kind of has a distorted kind of thing. Even if I go to my stuff, I can show you the exact project. And it's when it comes up, it's very distorted. And I'm going to figure out because a lot of projects are very crisp, so I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to be able to show you in a future episode how to really crisp up your graphics and make sure that they stay nice.
But you did that with Inkspace?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
But as for your actual profile, it does make it. It stays the same quality.
Right.
So now, if you wanted to bring it into your profile picture, you can either screenshot it if you're on a Mac with Command-Shift-4. But if you're on another thing, you can always hit File, Save As, and Save. And as I was saying before, you could easily just go like that if you're on a Mac and select the area with Command-Shift-4. And then when you bring it in to your profile, does that look like it is? There it is.
Hey.
So
It looks pretty good, you know, once you see it, right?
yeah, so that's how to make a profile picture. And I hope you all can show us what you made. And if you want to try to make a logo for, we actually have a Coding with Dad Scratch account. So if you want to try to make one for that, you know, if you post on your Scratch account, and we'll take it and we'll put it on
Coding with Dad,
Coding with Dad, yeah.
That sounds good. Well, Grace, this is very informative, and I'm sure we'll have other Inkspace stuff as you learn more stuff about Inkspace. I know I learned a bunch. So, are we done with the episode?
Yeah.
Okay, so until next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.